starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What's going on? What's going on, my family? We back again, man. Welcome to another Mastering Our Business Brainstorming session. For the most part, man, we really created this space for entrepreneurs like you. So you guys just don't have to build alone for the most part. You want to make sure that we build it as a community. Whether you got a new idea, whether you need help getting unstuck, or if you just want to vibe with some other visionaries, you're in the right place, man. We're all about community. We're all about collaboration, and we're all about taking, action and turning talking to action at the end of the day. So make sure you guys follow, subscribe, share our YouTube link, share our Instagram. Make sure you guys subscribe on M.O.B TV as well. Also, make sure you guys download the Enterprise Theater Network app on Roku TV, so you can check out some of our recaps, some of the great guests that we've had on previously. And we've just been going ham this year. We already, we creeping up on the 6 month. We're already halfway through the year. So we've been doing a lot of great, wonderful things throughout this year. We've been, really connecting with a lot of wonderful people. And again, once again, man, we got another special guest for you guys. We're gonna get into that just in just a minute. You know how we like to do, man. If you guys tapped in live with us already, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share the live. Also, make sure you guys introduce yourself. Talk about what businesses you have, what web. Make sure you guys post your websites, your social medias, post your contacts, blow up the chat, man. I want to see them websites. I want to see them social medias. And also after the live, man, make sure you guys connect with somebody else that's on the live as well. Make sure you guys go check out somebody else's website. Go check out somebody else's social media. You never know. That's probably one of my favorite things about these brainstorming sessions. Over the times that we've been doing it, we've been connecting with a lot of great people. And there's been a lot of powerful projects and a lot of powerful movements, coming from that. So, you just never know who you might can connect with. That's what this is all about, connecting the dots, connecting with other entrepreneurs, connecting with other like-minded individuals. Also, make sure you guys, and we haven't did this in a minute, but make sure you guys put in the chat, what problems are you guys solving this year? Or what's one challenge you plan on overcoming this year? Or since we are already in the middle of the year, what challenge have you already overcame? Right? So let's do it, man. Let's see them. Let's see y'all blow up that chat. I want to see some of y'all answers if you are already connected with us. Again, man, like I always say, every single week we're connecting with different entrepreneurs. We're connecting with different, just wonderful people. So that's what I love to do: connect the dots, and dropping some jewels at the same time, man. We've been dropping a lot of jewels. Definitely make sure you guys check out our recaps, our brainstorming session recaps. We've been having a lot of wonderful people in different industries on, going over just different aspects of being an entrepreneur. So that's what it's all about. Again, make sure you guys check out our website as well. Let me actually pull up the barcode for you guys to scan. We got a lot of information on our website, from our memberships, from our different resources that we have on our resource center. Of course, make sure you guys check out M.O.B TV, where we got a lot of content, a lot of exclusive interviews from different companies, different businesses, different entrepreneurs, a lot of commercials that we've produced and shot. We just got a little bit of everything, man. I like to call it our M.O.B Netflix. So make sure you guys check out M.O.B TV. Also, make sure you guys check out some of our resources, some of our services. Also, check out how you can actually apply to become a mentor or advisor, or if you just want to be a member of the M.O.B, man, make sure you guys go on our website. We got a lot of information for you guys to check out. We got an icebreaker for you guys today. How do you measure your success of your branding efforts? Is it about sales, engagement, or something else, man? Let's see them answers. Let's see them answers. What would you say, Devaron? How do you really measure your success when it comes to your branding efforts? Is it about the sales that you make, or or is it something?
I would say sales and then engagement. Well, I guess I'll flip that around. Engagement and then sales, because if you can, uh, we know branding is about establishing you as a owner and your product and or service, establishing that. So if you can get people to engage with what you're selling, um, and making the consumer okay with this being something that they need to buy or purchase, man, I think that's top tier. If you can get people to engage and convert that engagement into a sale, that's a success to me. Because you took an idea, you took something that didn't exist. It was in your head. The only place it was in your head, and you can make that a physical or a digital product, and someone purchases that from you. That's a win every single time.
This is why this is one of my favorite modules. If you don't know, I know you're new to the community, man. Every month, we got 12 modules that we go through. This is module 5 for month 5. This is our marketing and branding month. This is one of my personal favorite modules, because this is what really got us to this point. My background has been digital media and marketing, digital media and production. So we've been in a lot of branding, a lot of marketing, a lot of companies. Even before the mob, shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us. Back when we was pushing the Schools for Models magazine, and really just connecting with a lot of brands, through our tours. But I think this is the most important, if not, the important thing that any business owner can really understand when it comes to business. Because it's all about connection. How do you make a connection, with your target audience? And what is that connection like? What tools are you using to make that connection? And how do people, connect with you? At the end of the day, I think that's super important. And it's something that we just got. We still behind. We got a lot of tools now, but I come across a lot of business owners that still behind. For those who don't know, real quick, man, what really encouraged you to get in the world of entrepreneurship?
Um, you asking the chat or me? What encouraged? Okay. What encouraged me to get into entrepreneurship, man, is like a crazy chain of events, right? So I'm a barber by trade, and I've never barbered full time. And I was working for the state. Some years ago, I had a job working for the state, and there was this lady, man, who was just one of my managers, who was just always just harassing me. You know what I mean? Just trying to holler, trying to shoot a shot, and it was just that just wasn't what I was trying to do. She wasn't my cup of tea at all. Right? So eventually, I went to HR. Well, I made it a complaint to other managers. It didn't stop. Made a complaint to other managers, didn't stop. Then I went to HR and made an official complaint to HR. The HR manager is this lady's best friend. So I made the complaint against her best friend and I get fired, right? So it forced me to go into barbering full time because that's all I had at the time. You know what I mean? And I was living on my own, trying to find my way, and that's all I had. My safety net was barbering. And every single entrepreneur opportunity that I've had thus far in life has come from the people I've met in my barber chair. So going full entrepreneur, I was forced, and I call it the right hand of God, to be honest, because I was going nowhere in that place. There was no room for me to grow. There was no room for me to make more money or establish the type of life that I was trying to live, that I am trying to live. And I just think it was God forcing me out and forcing me to depend on myself, forcing me to believe in myself and what I had to offer to this entrepreneurial journey, to this world. It forced me to have to lean into that faith and believe in myself and the things that I'm capable of. So that's really what encouraged me to get into being a full-time entrepreneur.
Man, when I tell you God got his ways, he got
You
his
know?
ways to make you follow his path. And
Yeah.
you gotta be, you gotta be obedient. That's when everything goes smooth. That was something that I had to learn firsthand. In my early days, I was going against the grain. I was
Mhm.
I was trying to figure out why things wasn't going as smooth as I seen it going for other people. And I think that's one of the things that most of us make the mistake of doing, looking at other people's journey, the journeys with other people to try to figure out why is it going like that for me. But sometimes it's because you're not following your path and what God put out there for you. So that's super important. I think the pandemic really showed really the same thing will happen with you if you put fire underneath a lot of people's books. And this is something that my mother like she always been saying once that fire up in you it's unstoppable. So I think
Oh
that's super
yeah.
important.
Oh yeah. They say if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans, right?
Man, man. I must say, I love what we do with the mob, but I must say I never seen myself doing this. I never seen, when I was growing up, I never said I wanted to be a business consultant when I grew up. Because it
Yep.
wasn't something that, was taught to us. We didn't have consultants. We didn't have people that guided us, coming, as a young boy coming out of Detroit, coming out of the urban, inner
Yep.
city. We don't
Yep.
have a lot of those resources. So I didn't know what a consultant was, until I got grown. We didn't know what credit was. We didn't know what financial literacy was. We didn't know.
Right.
So
Right.
fortunately, I did. I was an entrepreneur at a young age, so that seed was laid. You know what I mean? So I thank God for my mother and thank God for everybody that kind of pushed me in that route. So it's super important for us to really have those outlets, have those people that can really stand by your side. So, real quick, man. Since we are already talking marketing and branding, what's an unconventional marketing strategy that's worked best for your brand? And how did you come up?
Unconventional marketing strategy. Um, Honestly, I can't say that I've done anything unconventional. Um, I haven't tried to reinvent the wheel when it comes to marketing. Either it's word of mouth, um, social media marketing, or physical marketing like EDDM. I don't know how many people have ever heard of the Every Door Direct Mail, where the post office. Back in the day, you had to print your own flyers and get on foot. You had a foot team that
Yeah,
you would just go through you just go through the neighborhood, handing out flyers, putting them in stores, putting them in barbershops, laundromats, boutiques, any gas stations, anywhere, put them on a phone pole. You had a team that would do that. But the post office now has an option. It's called EDDM, Every Door Direct Mail, where you just make your flyers, you pick your zip codes, and based on the number of people, houses, residences in that zip code, hand it over to the post office, and they send it out to these residences and businesses for you. So I haven't really done anything unconventional. I've just followed the blueprint. During my case studies and competitor analysis. When I was doing my pitch decks and business plans, I followed the blueprint. Just and word of mouth is still the strongest thing, man. When you
still the
sell,
strong.
man, when you selling exclusivity, word of mouth, like, hey, this ain't for everybody. And if you one
Exactly.
of the people who got this, you know what I mean. When you sell exclusivity, make people a part of something. That's it. It ain't broke, man. It ain't broke.
It, I must say, speaking from firsthand experience, this is really how the mob, keep on going. Um, I want to say all of our members, if not, yeah, probably most, if not all, have came from some type of word of mouth. Because we at a time now where we in a digital era, right? And I love digital. That's my background, digital media production. I love the digital era, that we in. But put us in this situation where you really can't trust anything. So you need that word of mouth. You need
Yeah,
somebody that can point you in the right direction. It's super important that we bring that trust back. We bring back, the real. You get what I'm saying? And this is why, we do our lives, we let you off, we ain't no scripts, for the most part. We're touching on the same topics every week, but we're getting different point of views from different people in different industries. And I think that's super important for us to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh man, they do that. Yeah, okay. And it bring that confirmation. You spoke on something I like to touch on. It was a key word. You spoke on business plan. It's something that I can't even lie. We in our communities, especially when I work with smaller business owners, they don't have most of the time they don't have a plan. That was probably one of the reasons that we started to create business plans and
Hmm.
for different business owners because sometimes you just have that passion and you just step into it. For the most part. As far as like your business plan, what do you feel like really sets you apart from your competitors? What's something in your business plan that really sets you apart?
Um, if I'm being honest, as far as my competitors go, uh, locally, like in my area where I'm at, my um, quality and consistency is what set me apart. But if we talking competitors like within my um market research, nothing set me apart, man. It's just another brand that's exclusive, that's brand new, and that's it. Out of every urban streetwear brand, successful urban streetwear brand that I've done a market analysis on, Stussy, Boy London, Supreme being the big dog,
Yes.
Stussy, Boy London, Supreme, Yeezy, and a bunch of other ones. What what started them and set them apart, like Supreme when they first started, word of mouth is what set them apart. You could only get it from one store in New York, and that was it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? If you didn't get it, if you didn't get one of these 20 T-shirts while they had it, you wasn't
it was
never gonna get
gone.
it.
Yeah, it was over.
You know? And that was it. So nothing really sets us apart other than us as designers. Um, that's what sets us apart. But as far as just being an urban streetwear brand, we all selling the same thing: exclusivity, quality, um, affordability. Kind of, I think that's maybe one area where I stick out. As far as competitors, is affordability for a luxury urban streetwear brand. I'm not. You're not gonna pay $200-300 for a hoodie. You know what I mean? But you're still gonna get the same quality, if not better quality hoodie, because my manufacturers are the same as everybody I just named. You know what I'm saying? So that could be one thing that sets me apart is affordability for a luxury urban streetwear brand. But other than that, man, we all the same. We all just have our own lane to be exclusive in, and that's the difference. If I'm keeping it a buck.
I love that. I think a lot of people. I think you just kept it 100. I think you just kept it straight 100 because a lot of people don't like to keep it real. And everybody want to be special. So when I
Yeah,
ask this question, a lot of the times, these are the same questions that I'm asking in our consultations when we're talking to these businesses for the first time. And this is one of the questions that I have the most problems out of because everybody want to feel special, and you should feel that way. We're not
yeah,
knocking. But when it comes to business and being technical, and when it comes to logistics, we got to be real. We got to be straight to the point. And that's the only way I can help you as a consultant is if you be real with me. So you kind of covered, the next question I was going to ask you. When you talk about market research, and you almost made me scream when you even brought it up because a lot of people don't do this. This is a step that a lot of us just skip over. And I always ask, like, what's the surprising insight that you discovered doing your market research that really shaped your business idea? But I think you already answered that. You really boil down to we all the same. We're all the
yeah,
same. We just in different lanes. And I think, the more,
true.
and this is the real reason why I ask most business owners to go do your market research. Or we might do it for them, like if we're putting together their business plan or revising their business plan. We'll go do the market research that they didn't do, and we'll come back and say, hey, These are certain points that you probably didn't look at. You probably didn't look at how Supreme, did they thing. And it's so crazy that you brought them up because it's a main example. I always use them as an example, especially when we're working with clothing brands. We have a few members out in Tennessee that have clothing brands. A few members in Atlanta that have clothing brands.
Mhm.
That's probably one of the first brands that I have them go do research on. Go do research on what type of content and the type of content they created. Go do research on how they advertise, what avenues, what resources that they actually use to advertise their company, to connect with our audience. So I think that's super important. That was super important. So I really want to touch on another module of ours. I think this one is super important as well. It's something that we touched on a lot in this module before. Financial literacy. How did you approach budgeting for your business? And what strategies did you use to ensure
Um, Approaching budgeting for my business look like cost of goods, so you can determine your profit margin first of all, and then secondly is what is it gonna take for your business for what we just did for this marketing, for the clothes that we bought, and what it took and how much it cost us to sell one thing to the first customer. You know what I mean? Like how much did it cost us to sell this? You know, and then after that, you can determine what it's going to cost you to run this business. You know what I mean? And that is the important part, determining what it costs you to keep your business alive. Not paying you, not paying anybody else, but what is it going to cost you to keep your business alive? And
that?
once you can do that number, now you can work backwards from that and now you can set your profit margins. Now you can shop for different manufacturers, your shipping, whether you're gonna go by air or by sea, consignment, um, everything. Everything starts from your cost of goods sold, and the cost of goods sold is a whole number. What it costs you to buy that good and what it costs you to sell it. Because I don't think a lot of people don't put those numbers into their math. What it costs you to sell it.
Man, it's really mind-boggling how many people don't really have a financial plan, and really don't even know what a budget is. Um, yeah, these hobbies that I, came across, as a consultant, all my years consulting and working with different brands, these are the same things that we just keep coming up. So, what's some advice that you would give for entrepreneurs seeking funding for the first time based on your experience?
You said some advice based on what? I couldn't hear you.
Some advice that you would give entrepreneurs seeking funding for the first time based on your own
Man, if you an entrepreneur that got funded, first of all, congratulations, because that's hard to do.
experience.
That is hard to do. Congratulations. And two, um, before you make that step to try to go get funding, know how you're gonna spend that money. Know how you're gonna spend it. Know what it's gonna take to make your ROI, your ROAS, all of that. Know what it's gonna take for that money to grow, or at least have an idea of it. That's speaking on the business plan, because all of that's gonna get done in your business plan.
Thank you.
Know what it's gonna cost you to make that money work for you. Know how you're gonna spend it. That's if I don't say nothing else. Know how you're gonna spend that money because I don't blew some bands like not being dumb or doing anything dumb, but just not having the wherewithal to know how to spend the money I had to make
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Sometimes we just don't grow up with that knowledge. We don't grow up, talking about financial literacy. They really don't teach these things in school. So, it's really important. And I think we the best time to be entrepreneurs right now because you have all the resources. You got people like us, even like what we're doing right now. We're giving away free gems. It ain't cost nobody to get to come into this live right now. Nobody to get these gems, budget. So I think, and there's a lot of people, that I work with, that I see in the industry that's doing the same thing. So now it's time, man. The information is out there. Now it's all about you doing it.
Yep. Yep.
So okay, man, I want to pipe it up, man. I want to pipe it up. If you want to live real quick, whether you're going into YouTube live with us, man, blow up that chat. Let's see them fire emojis. Still need to see y'all answers to the icebreaker question, but I want to go right into another segment that's actually new to the brainstorming sessions: myth or facts. And I want to debunk some of these myths out here. It's a lot of misinformation going on out here. So I
Mhm.
kind of go in, go into some of these myths, and then I want you to basically answer if it's a fact or if it's a myth.
Okay.
And then we're gonna bring the people in on this as well, man. If you on live with us, we're gonna give you guys a little time to post your answers as well. So for the first one, just to kick it off, this is the first one. This myth or facts. Logos need to be super detailed to stand. You think
Need to be super detailed to do what?
logos need to be super detailed to stand out? Myth or a fact?
No. Less is more. Less is more.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me give you
It,
guys you live with us, man. Let me see them answers. Let me see them answers in the chat. I love less is more for sure. It's one of the things when we're talking about when we put in logos for our brands. This is one of the first things I always tell.
yeah. Yeah. For sure. With the logo, it's if you look at if you look at the if you look at the big three, what I call them, Nike, Adidas, and Converse, the big three, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else follows suit. They have a streamline. They got a business professional, a streamline, and a mascot. All three of them, and they all three serve three different purposes. If you look at the logo, because I got the well, you can't see, but I got the LGD, which is just a stream. That's the streamline professional, and I got my seal, and I got my mascot. Every last one of them did the same thing. Everybody, look at every clothing brand, sportswear brand, all of them. Everybody does the same thing.
Yep.
Less is always more. Don't try to do too much. Do something that's going to stamp you and something that's recognizable, something that's easy, that looks good on a business card or a T-shirt, and you winning.
Hey, hey, y'all didn't hear it from me. I know y'all always hear it from me. I know y'all be making this stuff up. Hey, it is what it is. I heard it from the man himself, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. So here's the next one. The more followers you have, the more successful your brand is. Let's see them answers. Let's see them answers. Myth or fact? Myth or
Ooh, that's a good one.
fact?
That's a good one.
And I had to put this one on because we in the time now again. We in the time where digital marketing is at an all time, especially in Atlanta. I'm gonna put y'all on blast. I love my Atlanta people, but y'all get too caught up in these followers. I've worked with brands and influencers who have 100,000 followers and pay me $100. So,
Yeah.
this is why I had to put this one up. What you feel, King?
A lot of it is smoke and mirrors, man. Like you said, a lot of these social media influencers getting paid from just being an influencer, not necessarily selling a brand. You know what I mean? So it don't. Some of the most successful brand owners don't have a lot of followers, and the reason is because a lot of brand owners don't. They're not the face of the brand. The brand is just standalone, so you don't even know who it is. So they don't have a lot of followers, and if they do, it's a bunch of other brand owners that are following them, trying to see what it's about, trying to see and watch and move and recreate. That's what it is. But a lot of this follower situation is smoke and mirrors, man. It's not what it is.
Hey, Got that right. Myth. That's a myth. You know, I definitely got to say, um, again, working in this industry all these years, you are absolutely right. I think it's so crazy because the biggest contracts that I've had, the biggest projects that we've worked on, the people that's overseeing those projects or
Mm-hmm.
the decisions behind those projects, they probably have 200 or 300 followers,
Mm-hmm.
and that's including all of their platforms. Some of them not even on social media. I remember, doing we did the commercial for OtterBox Machine Song a couple years back, and the head people that was over that project, that was making the decisions, that was cutting the checks, they didn't even have social media at all.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and that was probably one of the biggest projects that we worked on, one of the biggest brands that we worked on universally. So yeah, man,
Yeah.
there you go, another myth, another myth. So the next one is you need a niche to be successful in marketing.
You need a what to be successful?
A niche.
Um. Yes, you need a target audience. Definitely.
Hey, another one. Facts. You definitely need a niche. And this is something that I talk about a lot, man. Because a lot of people, when you get in the game, I've come across a lot of business owners that they want to they want to sell to everybody. They want everybody to be their target audience. But I think the easiest thing, especially when you're getting into building a target audience, building a fan base, you want to find that niche. You want to find some type of niche to keep you guys going, and that you can uh, plan around this. So, hey, that's myth or fact for you guys. That was another segment, actually a new segment for you guys. I appreciate you guys playing. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat. Um, Real quick, man, Devaron, I want you to let these people know where they can find you at real quick, and what's coming up next.
You guys can definitely find me at LGND Store on all socials. Um, Facebook and Instagram, and my website, lgndstore.com. You can definitely find me on all socials. Um, there's a chat bot on my website if anybody want to reach out. You got any questions on starting a business, running your business, budgeting for your anything, man, anything, everything that I've learned over time, definitely tap in with me, and I get you together. I don't mind sharing resources. I'm not gatekeeping, none of that. Tap in, holla at me, holla at me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pull the camera back a little bit and give us a shout out.
Oh,
Shout out to Mark real quick. Yeah, full face. So we gonna clip this one. Your face still cut off.
it is. I'm trying to tap in with my camera. It's froze on my camera's frozen on my end.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know why.
Just shift it up a little bit, like your top of your head face. A little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah, there you go, there you go. Give us a quick shout out to the mob real quick so we can clip it.
Yo, the camera good?
Yeah, you good.
Yo, yeah, you can tap in with me at on all social media platforms. LGND Store. That's LGND Store on Facebook and Instagram. LGNDstore.com. In the lower right hand, I got a chat bot. It comes directly to my phone, man. Anybody that want to tap in, you want to talk, you need any info, I'm down with sharing resources. I'm not gatekeeping, none of that, man. Tap in with me. LGND Store, all social platforms, lgndstore.com. Check me out. I got some big projects coming soon, man. One of them is Just Black, which between us and the fly on the wall, man, I'm slowly rebuilding Black Wall Street. So tap in. I got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to offer, and a lot of things to share.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Give us give the mob a quick shout out real quick.
Yo, thank you, Mob, mastering our businesses for having me on the show. Big shout out to you, cuz Chrissy, for plugging me in. Man, thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm excited to come back, man. I want to do this again for sure. I want to do it
Oh, yeah.
again.
We definitely gotta have you back for sure, man. I appreciate you
Yeah,
and all these jewels. We need more people like yourself, man. We gotta show the community, man. We out here. It's
for
like-minded,
sure.
positive individuals out here, people that's into it, really out here, man. And, we showing more of it. So, that's what makes this platform so much more powerful. And we're only powerful together. So, that's why we're building our community, pulling more like-minded individuals together. That's what we're doing, man. We're gonna keep on doing it, man. We're gonna keep on building, keep on being great. If you tap in with us still, man, make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe. I actually want to leave you guys with some homework too, man, like we always do. Again, this has actually been our homework all month, touching on marketing and branding. I want you guys to make a brand mood board creative, right? If you haven't already, right, like I said, we've been giving this assignment out all month. So, if you've been tapping in with us since the beginning of the month, you already had a head start. If you're just not tapping in with us, it's no problem, man. It's no race. This is something that you guys should already be doing anyway. Again, the assignment for you guys this month is to make a brand mood board creation, right? Create a mood board representing your brand's personality, color scheme, and voice. Use images, keywords, and color swatches to define your brand, and then share them. Share them with us. You can DM it to our DM it to Mastering Our Business, or if you want to send it to our email at info@masteringOurbusiness.com. Send it. We'd love to see your mood boards. Again, man, here's another brainstorming session for you guys. I love everybody that tapped in with us every single month, every single week. We tapping in. Every day we moving forward to the bigger goal. So that's what we're doing with our members. Again, if you guys actually want to apply to become a member of the mob community, make sure you guys check out our website at masteringOurbusiness.com. Again, man, I'll see you guys shortly. Hey, I'll see you guys next week, man. Tap in with us. I'll talk to you guys shortly. Let's go.